Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jerry, and today I want to talk about some of the best financial decisions that you can make in your 20s. I've been very lucky to have obtained the knowledge that I have about finances. I'm also very blessed to have been able to make good financial decisions in my early 20s and decisions that I pretty much want to share with you today. So the first best financial decision you can make in your 20s is buying a used car. Now, I bought a used car in my 20s after I did tons of research on what the best way to buy a car is. And specifically, I ended up buying a used Toyota. I bought it way under what it was actually worth. I paid $1,200 less than what it was actually worth private party. And I had saved some money up, and that's how I bought it for a lot less, by paying cash for it. And I was able to negotiate a pretty good deal, and I paid a lot less for what it was worth at that time. And I actually made another video on how to actually drive a car for free or even get paid to drive a car. I'll link that video down in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out. There's a huge financial difference of buying a used car and buying a new car. When you buy a new car, you lose so much value just driving off the lot. We hear that phrase a lot, but it's so true. And buying a used car 6 years or older, you will lose hardly any value. So that is definitely one of the main best financial decisions you can make in your 20s. So the second best financial decision that I believe you can make in your 20s, this financial decision has changed my life completely, and that's paying off your debt in your 20s. Paying off your debt as soon as you can. Start paying off that debt. In your 20s, you're the most energetic and the most healthiest you'll ever be in your entire life. This is the time to hustle. Get side hustles. Go out and make more money. Do whatever you can to hustle and make money and pay this debt off. This is one of the best financial decisions that you can make in your life in general, but even more so in your 20s, just so that you can live the rest of your life debt free. And that money you can use it towards investing. So paying off this debt without a doubt will set you up for financial success. So the third best financial decision that you can make in your 20s is buying a home that you can afford or renting very cheap. And a few ways that you can rent very cheap is living with your parents or renting a place, sharing rent with other roommates. Now, if you're gonna buy a home instead of renting, you're like, Jerry, well, I have a spouse, I have a partner, I have a family, I need to buy a home. I want to provide a home for my family. Well, that's what I did. That's what I did in my 20s. I wanted to buy a home for my family. But what I did was buy a home that we could afford. And what does that mean? Well, different people put it in different ways mathematically. Like Dave Ramsey says, don't buy a home that's gonna cost you more than 25% of your monthly take-home pay. In my opinion, buying a home that you can afford is a home that you can put 20% down on, is a home that you can afford a 15-year mortgage on, and a home that you will be able to pay off without missing any payments. And I like the Dave Ramsey method of buying a home that won't be more than 25% of your take-home pay. And that's what we did. That's what I did with my home. And buying a home that you can afford is probably the best way to buy a home. That way your home is a blessing, not a curse. And this will set you up for financial success, and you'll just have this peace of mind while you live in your home. So the fourth best financial decision that you can make in your 20s is something that you probably hear all the time on a lot of channels, on a lot of videos, and that's investing in your future self. Opening up a Roth IRA account, a regular IRA account, or just investing in your retirement with your employer. This is so important. If you just do a quick Google search and calculate how much money you would have in the future, depending on how much you would invest per month, it's insane. It's insane growth. And this has been happening over 100 years now, where the stock market has provided a 10 to 12% interest growth on the money that has been invested. That is insane, and it's hard to get a return like that on your money, especially if a lot of it has to deal with time. If over time you invest, let's say about 200 grand over the course of 20 to 30 years, your money, assuming that the interest rates are about the same for the next 20, 30 years, you would have over $1 million in your account by contributing $200,000 over that 20, 30 years, which is 5 times the amount that you would have contributed. And at that point that you're retiring, you probably cannot work anymore, or it might be very hard to get hired. So you will be able to live comfortably off that money. I understand that a 20-year-old is telling you this, but I already see growth in my retirement accounts, and every day that the stock market grows, we can see the dollar amount that it's growing by. So let's say like yesterday it grew by $200, the next day it grows by $300, and the next day it might drop $100, and then the next day it might go up another $150 or $200. You can actually track it in real time just so you get that motivation to keep investing in that. I know some people say, well, you know, just invest this much and don't ever look at that account. Don't ever see what's going on. That way you just invest and you don't think about it. No, I think it is a good thing to keep checking on it, to see what it's doing. That way you see, well, this week I made, you know, $1,000 by just having my money in this retirement account. Imagine how much I will make over a year, over 2 years. And this, honestly, this personally motivates me to invest even more into those accounts. Hey man, instead of those $200 that I made today, man, I could have made $400 if I would have invested more, you know, the week before or the month before. So invest in your future, invest in a Roth IRA, and download the app or go to the website where you're invested in, to the brokers that you're invested in, and track that money, see how it's growing, and make sure when you do that you're investing in index funds or funds that reflect the total market or the S&P 500. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just information that I have gotten from my experiences and that I've put into play in my life, and I've seen success with it. So that's why I'm just sharing this. I'm just some random guy sharing this information on YouTube that's worked for me. I hope that you can make one of these decisions in your life. I hope that you manage your money well in regards to these decisions. I hope that you save money on used cars, on buying a house that you can afford, on paying your debt off, and on investing in your future. I believe that if you make these 4 good financial decisions in your 20s or at any moment in your life, that you will be financially successful in the future. Well guys, please like this video. Please click that like button. That'll really help my channel out. And please subscribe if you want to see more videos, and hit that little bell icon if you want to know when I post the next video. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.